Okay,
Welcome back to the Truth
Truth or
Over
Fitness
Fitness
podcast.
podcast.
Yep. Um, Today, we're at the Underdogs on Top studio located in Richmond Park. With me, Sir Earl Bell, along with my co-host.
Chie Figure Prodigy Terui.
Okay, and today, our podcast is going to be based on the topic of motivation. There's a huge difference between motivation and discipline, and I'll explain to you. The different motivation is doing it if you feel like it, and discipline is doing it because it's already have to something you have to do. It's two different. We deal with a lot of people that have motivation. Motivation is an emotional reaction. You do it sometimes you don't.
And then
This
it is temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discipline is doing it regardless of how you feel. And there's a huge difference, and we see it every day. It's probably because we've been in this industry, not probably, but it is because we've been in the industry a very long time, 30 plus years, 20 plus years, and we see it all the time. Discipline comes and goes like the weather. Motivation comes and goes like the weather.
Yes,
Discipline is what you have to do regardless of how you feel. That's the difference in it. One is definitely a lot longer than the other. Motivation is a very emotional decision. So,
Yeah.
so
If you waiting for the motivation to kick in, you know what I mean, you kind of already stuck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because the motivation is the emotional, so comes and goes.
Right.
It's a really temporary. But I think a discipline is you actually built um every day with the habit. You know what I
Right.
mean? So um people, think that we have automatic have the discipline. Let me tell you something. No. Okay. And sometime I don't know about, or I let Earl talk about him, but for me, sometimes I don't feel like it, even though I do every day, but it's not 100% every day. You know what I mean? So,
And that's where the difference lies between motivation and discipline.
yeah. Yeah. So it's like a routine. So once you create your routine, to me, it's easier. So I'm trying not to think about so much, you know what I mean? So if you set your goal, say, hey, this is what it takes, and then you just got to go for it. When you think more, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that. And then that's gives you, more stress than anything. And so what I do for me, we both have each individually things what we do every day. For me is when I wake up in the morning, I, read a devotional book, one page, every day, every morning, say my prayer and started from there, cook breakfast, never miss breakfast, and meal prep. And then, once you go to the work, training clients, and then after finish morning clients, and then you gotta train. And so it's a every day, and people will be like, "Damn, your life is boring," but believe it or not, you're moving forward. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because you get better every day.
You know, for me to understand, we work, and people don't realize we work in a very negative field.
Yes, we do.
Everything that people says is I can't, I can't, I tried, I can't. We have to be disciplined to work with the type of people we
Right,
work
because
with.
we can't be depressed.
Exactly.
Clients come in, they're like, "Oh my God," and they'll be like, "Yeah, I know what you mean because I don't feel like doing nothing." You know what I mean? And then so, that's the one thing. I think us being a great trainer, we have to do is no matter what's going on in your life, we have to put up this, the attitude to help clients. You know what I mean? Even though my father passed, you know, in Japan, back in my country, I have to kind of put that to the side that day and train clients.
Right.
So um, I like a motivated to do it. No, but I have a more purpose. Feel like I wanted to help each client every time they come, and so that's what keeps me going. You know what I mean? So uh, I would say more so what motivates me is a client's results, how I help them change their lifestyle and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have to be as trainers. That's what we have to be. They don't come to pay us to be depressed and down. That's not why they come to you. That's not why they pay you. You're not expected to be a human being, and I understand it. It comes with the territory. It comes with the job that you chose to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What's motivate you to keep going every day?
what motivates me is that for my entire life since I've been a kid, I'm growing up in Inglewood in a very poor position. What motivated me my entire life and still does to this day is the doubt of people. And the only way to overcome people doubting you, one is to not give a fuck, and I don't. It is to wake up every day and be the best that you can be every day. So my role from training people has changed. Chie does more of that now, but to build a great fitness empire, which people, like I said, people don't understand. It is the most negative field that you can ever choose in your life. But my motivation is to be the best regardless of that. So it's not a situation because I've seen so many trainers come and go and quit and go work a regular job or whatever. It's not an easy field to do, and that's what motivates me is to create something great every day, regardless of the field that I'm in. So every day, every situation, I find a reason to be motivated, whether it be, uh, moving to a bigger place, whether it be perfecting and specializing in retailing great items that I could sell to my clients. Whether it be, no matter what it is, it's my motivation is I've always been doubted, even to this day. People don't assume I can do what I choose to want to do. So, how that motivates me is to make me want to be the best at it. I want to be the best at fitness. I want to build a legacy. I want people to be able to look and say, fitness was never the same until he came along.
Yeah. I think how you started is more so your motivation coming from pain driven, which is a lot of people do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, or boyfriend cheat on me.
Right.
Me back in the, high school, that was my motivation. I just watch me what I
Right.
do. You know what I mean? So what we started is kind of pain driven. That was my motivation. But then as the things that you accomplish, the goals, and sometimes for my case, that doesn't not gonna be enough.
Right.
And because you accomplish things, right? Because you accomplish things, okay, become a great trainer, open up your business, and now business is successful. Now you got to continue to push yourself so that now it's kind of more so change it to like purpose driven, right? So it's like I am now from a me pain driven to change it to purpose. Okay, what's my purpose? Purpose to help people. That's my motivation to drive me. And so I think it is changes or how they started, but whatever it is that drives you, you just have to take action. I think when you think about it all the time, it's not going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you, to me, as you do, and you get motivated because when you see the results, you get motivated.
Right.
You know what I mean? But to get the results, you have to do it.
Right.
You know, you can't just think about it and do it and then see the results. So, you know, that's a lot of time what people are missing because they feel like one, their expectation is too high in the beginning.
Right.
You know, example, if I do this 6 days, 7 days a week, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds a month. No. You know what I mean? And then when you don't do it and then you get so disappointed, now your motivation is gone.
Right.
You know, so I feel like well, because so many clients ask me this, you know, what motivates you always to push you? What about when you have stress? You know, because so many people when they stress, they either drinking or eating, you know, whatever may be, and it just continue back and forth, back and forth. You know what I mean? For me, when I far as like lose motivation, um, it's like um the lose motivation when you were like almost oh I don't feel like it doing it or whatever. I keep on remind myself where I came from, what I'm grateful for, and sometimes like I said, clients how some clients that really have a life challenges and then but they still come see me, and when I think about those people and my issues are you know fixable, so I'm just keep on pushing that way, you know. So um I I think what we have to do, take our action, little you know, small step each day. And as you go now, that is going to become habits. And the habits is, you know, like a change to discipline.
Right.
And then more you do, and you will see the results. And then now you keep motivated going.
Yeah.
But understand that it's that, you know, don't depend on motivation because, like I said, motivation is really emotional things and come and go. So, you know, I will, you know, as a focus to what you can do each day, be better yourself,
Right.
you know.
What what I tend to do from the habit of discipline that I've learned is to kind of like say the same boring steps are the things that keep me disciplined. I wake up every day. I read. I meditate. I pray. I listen to motivational tapes. I read. These things are things that I do every single day because by nature I am not a depressed person. I am a depressed person. By nature, I'm not an early morning person, but I get up early every morning because I have things that I have to achieve, whether it be cardio or whether it be washing the dishes, whether it be um, prayer, things that I have to do. I get up and I do every morning. And those are the things that put me in a positive state of mind because for my life, I've lost so many people in my life that I'm surrounded with all these memories of, my cousin dying, Tom dying, Charles dying. Um, just recently, my buddy that was the mayor of Harvey, Chris, passing away. All these things are, if I don't pull myself in a positive state of mind, I will probably lay in the bed and sleep all goddamn day because that's what you want to do. But I follow these routines to put me in a positive state of mind. And once I'm in a positive state of mind, which I get in before 9:30 because that's what time I got to be at work, uh, it allows me to uh, approach things and do things from a positive state. And when you make decisions to follow things from a positive state of mind, great positive things happen. No one wants to sit around and watch me be crying and depressed because that's what would happen. But I have these things that every morning, motivational tapes, prayer, meditation. No matter what, I follow these same things every morning. You can. I love to post on my social media because it's a way of getting my message out to people, and it's very uplifting to me. I've been getting a lot of positive response, not only from this podcast, but on social media and different things like that. And that comes from, like you said, action. I get up every day. There's not a day go past that I don't do the things that's going to put me in a positive state of mind. So that's where my discipline, not motivation, that's where my discipline comes in at.
Yeah.
These are things that I have to do, and to take myself from a negative state to a positive state are things I do with action. Actions changes your psychological standpoint. So there are things that I have to do 7 days a week. No matter what, I even do it on Sunday. Like today is Sunday. I had to get up. I listen to my meditation music. I have things that I have to do to put me in the state of mind that I want to be in, which is a positive state. So when people say, how do you stay motivated? I try to put myself in a positive state with great things. And when you think from a positive mindset, that's what you are all day. That's what you create. And that's how you think all the time.
Yeah. I compete once or twice a year. And believe it or not, I lose motivation in the beginning of the year. I don't know why I do that. I don't know the weather. I don't know. But what I do, I think I would try to eliminate things that, you know, makes me not motivated. So example, like I think a lot of time people are at, even though they're a gym, the clients will compare each other. You know what I mean? Wow, she's coming in, how many a month, and I'm coming in. Why am I progress? You know what I mean? So I do that part the same thing on sometime I look at the other competitor on the social media and I'm like, wow, I might look like that. What happened is that when you started comparing yourself to others, that's the one thing that you lose motivation. So I will actually stop doing, not looking at so much, the social media is when I come close to the competition. That's one thing I do. And you always have to have goals. You know what I mean? Like don't if you do to just do it, it's easily distracted with the so many things. So what you want to do is, you want to set your goal, the small goals. It's okay, and then just trying to get there every day. Do whatever you can do. Even like I said, small step, that's okay. Try not to get those big expectation in a really short amount of time. And I think a lot of time people do too much too fast.
Yeah.
And then they burn themselves out. You know what I mean? Instead, I tell the clients all the time, just this as like a brushing your teeth. You know, go to the gym 2, 3 times a week. Eliminate the sugar or, much as you can, or, don't eat fried food, whatever it may be. And, just don't trying to do too much. Oh, I'm going to do 7 days a week, walk out. I'm going to be strict diet. You're going to burn yourself out. Your mind can go, but your body got to get used to. So, your body has to catch up. You know what I mean? In the meantime, you're so tired. That's how you lose the motivation. So those things that I would say, try not to do that. And then more so, like I said, focus on your goals, set the goals, and try to write it down. That's one thing that we do both. We do journal every day. What do you do? What's your goal for today?
Right.
You know what I mean? I have a goal for the 2026. I have a goal for February. I have a goal for every day. and I will write it down that. And I kid you not, Earl will write it down every day. What did he eat? What time? What type of exercise he did? I mean, he writes everything down. So, which is that's the tracking your progress,
Right.
And then once you started seeing the progress, and then you want to do more.
Right.
I think a lot of time people giving up right before they see that results. And some reason, I have one client. Why can I do this? You know what I mean? You're making such a good progress. Come on, don't say that now. Just when you feel like okay, you came along, then you got a little bit more to go. I'm like, well, can I have just one donut? No, just go through it. You know what I mean? Just don't give up, and just go through it. And when you do that, and you will see the difference. And once you see the difference, I'm like, whoa, let me do more.
Right.
That will keep you motivated going. And also, why our clients come to us is accountability,
Right.
right? When you make an appointment, you gotta go. Many clients tell me this. If I have open gym membership. I don't have to pay the trainer, but then no accountability. So you don't feel like you just don't go. But if I make an appointment with Chie, I go. I think that's the most clients come to us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because of that reason.
I think one of the things that is definitely motivating to me and my discipline is proof. When I can look back on things that I used to talk about and dream about, like for instance, I was not supposed to live beyond 14, 16 at best. And I was told this by teachers, police, judges, everything. So I was told I would not live because of the life that I was living. And the proof for me was now I own my own business, which I was told never was going to happen. I live beyond 16, which I'm 61 now, and I'm still living that life. And the proof when I sit back and I look at things like uh, getting a bigger gym or creating a podcast or all the things that I've done that I was told that I could never do because for whatever reason, the fact that I did those things,
Action.
right, it reinsures that. And if I've made mistakes in my life, it ain't been enough to overpower the great things that I've accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
And that proof is what keeps me going. Okay, if I did this, I can do this. I was told I had thought about it for what, a year and a half, 2 years before I ever built a podcast studio.
Right.
My social media.
And you just took the action.
Right. You take the action and create. I have more faith in my ability to work hard than I do that I can't do something. My proof is the discipline that I need because it fuels everything else. There's nothing, and Chie will tell you, I've always had a lot of confidence in my ability to do what I want to do, what I say I'm going to do.
One thing about I noticed, I learned from Earl is I'm a Virgo, and Virgo is really perfectionist. No matter what I do, I'm always like you always say, why you always find the things that like a more so negative comment, right? Because when see the things, I'm like, well, maybe I should did this, so I should did that. Well, I can do this. Well, let's not start it because we don't have this.
Right.
Sometimes we looking for so much of perfection than actually just do it.
Right.
So what Earl started to do, he started off his office, the podcast. Doesn't matter how the microphone sound or how the video look, how he look, it doesn't matter. He started the podcast, and I guess that leads to us now because as we go, we learn
Right.
and we upgrade it. And then now we come upon we have a studio and Underdogs on Top Studio, and now you invite me to your podcast, and then now we have like every Sunday, sometimes some Wednesdays that we do certain podcasts, and so I learned that it doesn't have to be perfect when you start it, but just take action then do.
Right.
If you are unhappy with yourself right now, do something that you can do. You might not have a treadmill at home, but that's okay. But just walk, just marching 10 minutes and just watching TV.
Right.
Just start. Just take an action. I learned, that's okay to be not 100% every day.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be 100% every
Right.
day. But do just enough that day. And then when you continue and you keep going, motivation come. But actually that keep doing every day small step, that's going to lead to the habit.
Right.
And then you can be actually change yourself in it
And
eventually.
that's been my secret to motivation.
Yeah.
Is proof.
Yeah.
I did it. There's not a lot of things that I've said I was going to do that I didn't do. And generally, when I start doing it, like this podcast, you'll be amazed at how many people were talking about they wanted to do a podcast and how many people are doing it. Because at the time, no one was doing it.
Right.
But now everybody and their mama doing podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm more seasoned in the game because I did it. I started doing it.
Right.
I didn't have to know how. I just needed, okay, get a mic, get this, get a studio. So I took the action steps. And that's always, to this day, what I use to motivate me is proof.
Right.
I couldn't do this, but I did it. I couldn't achieve this, but I did it.
Right.
And that right there, when I feel that, when I see that, that's the motivation that I need to do the next thing.
Right.
Like now I have plans that could last me till I'm 90 years old because those things that I couldn't do, like for instance, starting this podcast and being successful and having a lot of people tuning in, now has motivated me to do other things, podcast advertisement, different things like that, because what I did worked. And I'm not saying I'm a genius, but why everybody else is not, I am.
Right.
And that's what motivates me.
Yeah. So whoever listening, if you're not motivated, just find a goal, and track your progress. What is just do what you can that day. Start to doing it.
Right.
Take an action, and if you need to, like I say, if you need accountability, then find something to either, like I said, write it down your goal every day, or get a trainer or something to get you going. To me, change your atmosphere. Sometimes you gotta change your friend. I'm telling you. For you to do better things or new things, you know what I mean? So, like I said, that's so many clients that ask us all the time because we just do it every day. And as you see, Earl started business 30 years ago, and now still going, Ratio 1-to-1 Fitness. 27 years as you're having a business.
Next March,
right?
27.
Yeah, and then me, it started from a 3 kids obese mom, unhealthy mom, to now I'm an IBB figure pro, and keep going. And this July I'm competing again. So what is the habits? Was a small goal before can do. Eventually to this big tree. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. And this is how we keep going every day. And also because of you guys listening us or watching us is motivate us to do next segment.
Right.
So if you like this podcast channel, please hit like and share and subscribe.
All right. So until next week, That's our podcast for today.
Yes.
This is your boy, Sir Earl, coming at you.
And co-host Chie, Figure Prodigy Terui, and see you next time. Bye.
Peace out. Yeah.